Minnesota Democrats hope the shakeup of the presidential primary calendar in 2024 puts Minnesota in the front of the line. A national committee of Democrats will decide this week if Iowa should lose its first in the nation status for its caucuses. As Caroline Cummings reports, states like Minnesota hope now is their shot to play a big role in presidential politics.
Iowans are no strangers to seeing presidential candidates face-to-face for months, meeting at fairs, diners, and even living rooms. The perks of being first on the presidential primary calendar, but it could soon be a different story in 2024 for Democrats.
Since 1972, Iowans have been picking presidents first with its caucuses, not a primary. And for years, many people have said that that system needs to change. But it was in 2020 when there was a meltdown counting results that national Democrats said it might be time to change things up.
The Democratic National Committee will decide the future of primaries this week. Minnesota is making its case to ditch Super Tuesday and vote earlier in the process.
Minnesotans care deeply about politics, about voting, about being engaged in their community. And as a result, there's no better state to have a huge role in this nominating process in the early states part of the process than Minnesota. And
DFL Chair Ken Martin leading that charge, though other states want in too. 17 states will be considered, and he thinks Minnesota's prospects are 50-50 against Michigan.
From an economic standpoint, whether you're Democrat or Republican, to have the focus on Minnesota early in a presidential campaign is good for both parties.
Studies suggest the economic impact of voting first is relatively small, but all the attention on your state and the big say that you have over who should be in the White House is priceless.
And having Minnesotans' voices sort of first in that process makes a lot of sense.
Caroline Cummings, WCCO 4 News.
Right now, state law requires the Minnesota Republican Party to also agree to move its own primary. It's unclear if the GOP will make the same moves if Democrats have the okay from their national leaders to vote sooner.